What's up, guys? I'm finally back with another Best Friends in Review. It's been too long. It's been too long. You probably saw me on some other videos. I'm acting like I ain't seen me since the other videos, but it's been too long for Best Friends whenever, guys. It's been too goddamn long, and I'm back. Finally, we gotta see what happens to Diesel, lost in time. And no, I cannot imagine if my dog was gone, lost in time. I will go try to find him. Be like, Leo, where are you? I'm coming to get you. But let's get into this episode. So Barry was like, this relationship is hard. Him and Marcy is hard. So then I was like, well, let's take your mind off it. And he was like, is this the microchip? And he messed up the microchip. And he was like, yeah, that's a chip that tracks Sid and Shelby when they go to jump into the future. He made it out of tachyons. So then Nada was eating Chinese food from like last year. And he's like, oh, it's okay because the refrigerator wasn't even plugged in. And I was like, no. So then Drake was like, Shelby, you look amazing. She's like, oh, I just woke up. But she had makeup on, a fan, and a light from the stage production, like one of the ones we got. And then, you know, she was like, oh, yeah. So then Drake was like, you got a rat behind you. So she's like, what? And it was just Diesel. And then everything fell. And he's like, shut the light from the stage production from school. And Shelby's like, you ruined everything. Gone. Get out of here, Diesel. And then he disappeared. And she like, da like, huh? Excuse me? Why did he do that? I'm sorry if I'm looking over there. Why did he do that? Like, why did he disappear? Anyway, so then Shelby tried to sell Sid. And Sid's like, oh, your makeup looks so beautiful. I'm glad me and Joaquin didn't work out because all that hard work would have been really hard for me. So then she's like, Diesel hates being yelled at. And then he didn't run away. He disappeared. So then Sid's like, he's a wizard. Then she was like, Shelby was like, or maybe Barry just experiment on him. So Sid's worried if he comes back or not. So then Shelby was like, did Barry? He disappeared. And Barry's like, I haven't seen him since he was eating Chinese food. So then he was like, he ate the time traveling chip. So then I was like, what? Barry was like, what? No, you didn't even tell me. So then Diesel's lost in time, and Barry's like, this is one of the greatest things of his life. So he can use the receiver until he can use the receiver to track Diesel until Diesel, and then the chip be gone. So then they was like, until he lies. So then Nala started laughing. He's like, oh, I thought you were talking about poop. Then he's like, yeah, we was talking about poop. So he's like, oh, okay. So he started laughing again. So then Diesel time jumped back to yesterday. So before he cashes his chip, they gotta go find him. So Nala started laughing, and the bear's like, thanks. So then Marcy came in, so she was like, who's lost in time? So then it was like, oh no, we said flossed mime. And then Shelby was like, then she's like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. So then, you know, Marcy's like, we can't be together, you keeping secrets, and you can't be honest with me, and you being very evasive, and I don't like that, unless we playing laser tag or playing dodgeball. So then it was 3 a.m. yesterday, and they jumped, and Shelby was like, we gotta get him. So Chet and Brett got bigger. I thought they got bigger. It looked like they got bigger or taller. So then they was watching a movie, and they couldn't sleep, and it's a monster in the house, they thought. So then their dad, Norm, came down. He was like, I told y'all not to watch that movie. But then I did tell you that was one of the greatest horror movies of the 70s, so I kind of sent y'all mixed signals. So he was like, go to bed, just go. So then they was down there, and they was like, well, I gotta tell you, if we do die from the monster, tell Mom I licked peanut butter out of the jar. So then he was like, yeah, she probably should know. So then she and Shelby came out, so he was like, what y'all doing up? So then he was like, girl stuff, and he was like, say no more. So then it was like, guy stuff. They was like, what you doing up? He's like, guy stuff. So then she was like, you making a sandwich? He was like, yeah. So he's like, your mom got me doing a juice cleanse. And he's like, nobody can tell me what to do or what to eat in my own house when she's asleep. So oh my god. So then there was 2 Diesels. They was like, oh my god, how are we gonna get him? But the dad's gonna see, then it totally flipped. So they had to distract him. So they just pushed him in the refrigerator, and they was like, go look, the food is back there. So they was like, it's just batteries back here. So they tried to get the other Diesel, but then they picked up the wrong Diesel because it's gonna be 2 Diesels in every time thing that they jump it. Like if they jump like a few days before in their own house, it's going to be another Diesel because that's the previous Diesel and not the future Diesel. It's going to be previous and future Diesel. So they picked up the wrong Diesel, and then the dad had Diesel in his hand, the one that they needed. So they was like, oh my god, what are we going to do? And Sid almost started crying. It was so sad. I felt so sad. She was like, what are we going to do? I got to get my dog back. I got to get him back. He's all I got. Then that was back then. Barry was watching, you know, him make a sandwich, and Nado feels bad to lying to their mom, Asher, and he's like saying there's nothing going on, but it really is. So then Barry didn't want Marcy there, you know, when it was watching the lunar eclipse, and he's like, it's gonna be awkward. So she has a condition where she don't know when stuff get awkward, and she put her finger in people's belly button. So, you know, she was like, they was like, it's gonna be a date. So then Marcy was like, yeah. So then Barry was like, well, it can't be a date with the 3 of us. So then Nado was like, well, yeah, it'd be weird if you didn't come. So then they like each other a lot. So then Norm was like, I forgot the pickles. So he's like, oh, never mind, because Ashley gonna hear a crunch, and she gonna know that juice don't crunch. So let me just leave. So they almost had Diesel, but he went back to another day, and Sid was getting upset. It was the day before that day that they left. So then Barry and Marcy, they was holding hands talking about space, and his hands was all sweaty. So then he was like, the stars are like time travelers. So then Nada was about to say Sid and Shelby was time travelers. Then he was like, shh, be quiet. So then Marcy was like, well, what did he was about to say? And she was like, nothing. So then she was like, well, I can't be talking to you if you're not going to be honest with me. And she's like, I don't know, y'all playing the game, and I don't know the rules, so I don't like it, so I'm leaving. So, so then they time jumped and they was chasing Kid Diesel, and Chad and Brett was watching the movie. That was the other day before when they first watched it. And Norm looked like a monster when he was taking off his jacket, but it wasn't him. So they went and took off. So he loved the movie so much. He was like, oh, Senor Mooney, you're amazing. I was like, that funny. So then Sid and Chubby, they was trying to go into a club, and the bouncer was like, y'all under 18, y'all can't go in there. So then Sid was like, well, my dog is 5 years old, and he's in there. So they was like, oh my god, we gotta get him before he's due. But then basically they was talking about boo boo before he boo boo all over the floor. So then these Rottweiler and Doberman dogs kept barking at them. They got so scared. So then they was in the trash, in the dumpster, and they was they was behind the office space, and Sid was going to go for it, and she was about to cry. She was like, Diesel is right there in that club, we can't do nothing. She's like, I can't lose him. Even when my parents was here, they was always at work, and he's like my little brother, and I can't lose him. So she started crying, so sad. Then Shelby was like, it's my fault, I yelled at him. And they started crying. So she was like, even though you yelled at them and you got mad at him, doesn't mean that you don't love him. And she's like, it's kind of like with your brothers, you get mad at them, but they almost like your brothers. So I'm like, they are her brothers. It's not like they not her brothers, like they are the blood. Anyway, so then, you know, Diesel and the other Diesel came out, and it was so cute. They started barking, and I was like, they remind me of my dogs, Haley and King. They was so cute. It was literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life on Disney, other than Zendaya. And I was just like, it was just a cute name. And they made the little dog, the big dogs run away. So she's like, that's my boys. And you know what? They loved him. So the bouncer was like, I didn't know that was your dog. Then she was like, how many dogs are in there? Then she was like, too many. That's not supposed to be in there. So Barry got his chip back. That was disgusting. And then like, can anybody time travel? And he was like, well, the chip got to be as big as that thing. So then Sid was like, give me some tartar sauce and I'll eat it. So then Marcy came in and was like, oh, I just came to get my binoculars. And they was like, oh, what you going to do? Watch something? So then they was like, no, watch it. What is your mom going to do? Watch him in a ballet recital? So then they was like, no, she got to watch her kid that's really small that play in faraway places. So she got to go watch him. So then, you know, Barry was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Marcy, I can't be with you and stuff like that. So he was all upset and stuff. So then Shelby was like, why are you lying to her? So then she's like, oh, right. So they both figured it out that they was lying. So they're like, it's okay, Barry, you can go tell her. So then Barry told her. So then she's like, finally, something that makes sense. So then they're like, this makes sense to you? And she's like, yeah. So then they was like, well, let me tell you how it happened. So they went on with this whole spiel. And then they're like, then we went to the 70s, and we was all like this. And they did their whole routine. So then Marcy was like, what are you talking about? So then they were like, Barry's going to explain it to you later. So then she had her finger in Barry's belly button. And she's like, is this weird? And he's like, no, we dating, so it's not weird anymore. So then Chet and Brett, they started to out monster the monster. And they went and scared their dad into him hitting the door. And it was like, oh my God, our dad's going to be so proud. He's be the best thing that ever happened to him. And they didn't know that was him. So then Shay and Shep was like, what's going on? So they're like, I don't know, we'll find out in the future. And then Shep was like, don't say that. So then they jumped to the lab part when they in that white lab. And Sid was like, I gotta do one more thing. So she took off the mask of the guy in the hazmat suit. And it was Barry. I knew it. I knew it was going to be Barry. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, that was the end of the episode. And I'm like, what is going to happen? But that was this episode, guys. I liked it. It was a touchy subject because I don't never want to lose my dog. Ever. Like, I don't want him to run down no street. I don't want nobody touching him. Don't touch him. Don't look at him. It's mine. It's not yours. You could have had him, but you didn't get to him fast enough. So, that was this episode, guys. I want to see you guys for Best Friends Ever to another 3 weeks, which is going to be May 8th. Because then we Fight the Future Part 1. We got a 3-parter. What? Fight the Future Part 1, 2, and 3. May 8th, 15th, and the 22nd. Boom. Got you. I want to see you guys for another 3 weeks for Best Friends Ever. This is going to be a long time again. But, yes, guys. So, thanks for watching. If you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Check out my other videos. Check out the links in the description below. Subscribe to our channel. Send us more thoughtful feedback. Not hateful feedback. I said thoughtful feedback. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.